Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a Moses basket, or attempting to make a Moses basket. I have 4 more weeks left until I have my baby. I have got some materials here. I am following another YouTube tutorial, so I'll link that YouTube tutorial in the description if anybody wants to follow that along and make a Moses basket as well. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do this. Obviously this is completely something I've never done before. I've never done anything using cord this big or yarn this big, but the material that I've got here is the bobini yarn. I've got 4 of these because I want to make a Moses basket with a hood, and then I've got my base, which does look a bit more handmade than some of the other bases I've seen, and that is because it's handmade. My granddad made this one for me, but I just love that my granddad's helped me make this Moses basket. I think that's really nice. So I'm hoping this is still going to work the same. I am very excited to get started on this. I'm watching Harry Potter at the moment, so I'm just going to watch Harry Potter and see about starting this. I am watching the video as well at the same time, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. It's from a YouTuber called Yarn Theory. She's made a DIY Moses basket crochet tutorial. Like I said, I'll link that in the description for anybody that wants to watch this video. And I'm gonna get started. But in theory, the basket is going to look like this when it's finished. I'm really hoping it actually looks like this when it's finished and not like a total mess. I've got a feeling I'm going to mess this up a few times, but it's fine. I feel like this cord is going to be quite forgiving in that if I have to frog the work again and again, it's not going to like mess the cord up too much. That's the impression I'm getting just looking at the cord and feeling it. It doesn't seem like this type of material that's going to like make a mess if you keep frogging it, but we'll find out. And this is very expensive cord as well, so I'm really hoping that is the case. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. So as you can see, we're just slip stitching at the moment. This here is going to be the bottom of the Moses basket, so I'm just going to slip stitch all the way around here. It's very tough to get the yarn through, but you just have to, that's the toughest part really, getting the yarn through these holes, because it's quite thick yarn. I've done my first round. This is the bottom and this is going to be the top. So the first issue that I'm seeing is I'm going to have to go back into the holes, which I don't think is going to be an option. These are really tight and I used a smaller hook to get the cord through, so I'm not going to be able to follow it exactly how the video is, but I'm going to try and work out a way of making it so I can sort of bring the yarn over to this side. I think I can do it, but it's not going to be following exactly the video, but you'll have to bear with me. I'm going to go and see if I can figure that out. But so far it's looking really nice. This is going to be the bottom. You can see it's like a braid all the way around, and now I just want to make it so that we're covering up sort of all of this edge really, and then bringing the yarn over to this side, and then it's going to start going up like that. And this is going to be weaved in as well. I will be back. Okay, I've kind of worked something out, so I should be able to go into all of the holes like in the video, but I'm definitely not able to. I think my holes must just be smaller. Obviously this is handmade, it's not made to the exact measurements of that video, but anyway, what I've done instead is I'm single crocheting into these stitches here. So you should be single crocheting into the actual holes, but obviously what that means is it's not sort of joining on this side. So what I'm going to do is single crochet there, see how this goes. This is going to kind of be up here, and then once I've done all the way around, I'm just going to see if I can single crochet into here, or once I start building on this, is it going to bring it in a little bit? I think it kind of will. I don't know yet, but anyway, I'm going to just carry on a moment. I think this is working fine just for a moment. I'm just going to carry on and see how that goes. But yeah, we're not giving up, I'm just adapting. So all I've been doing, putting my hook through this one and this one, and then single crocheting through there. So it's kind of looking like this. I've missed some here and there, and that is because I don't want the Moses basket to fan out. I need it to be upright. So the lady in the video, she said she missed about 10. I'm going to try and miss about the same. So hopefully that'll make it go straight, and if not, I have to undo it and miss more holes, but I won't know until I've started working up, so I'm just going to have to go with the flow for a minute. This is going to be the top part, and this is how the bottom looks so far. This is going to be the side. So it's looking quite good so far. I've worked my first round, and this is what it's looking like. It is kind of fanning out a little bit, which I'm worried about, but hers kind of wasn't. Hers looked kind of the same. It wasn't like standing up directly like how I was expecting. So I don't know. For a minute I think I'm just going to carry on, because if it works out to be, you know, going out too much rather than up, then I'll just have to take it back to the first round, which obviously ideally I don't want to do, but you know, we're going to be working in the waistcoat stitch, which I kind of haven't really done for the first round. You're supposed to do it for this round, but because I kind of was going rogue on how I set the whole thing up, I haven't done. But from here onwards I'm going to be working in the waistcoat stitch, and hopefully that's going to look really nice. Apologies for the really bad lighting, but basically I just wanted to show you this, how it's looking so far. We've started on the second ball of yarn now. I'm on the 7th round, and I've got to work up 10 rounds in total like this, just carrying on, so I've still got quite a bit to go. Yeah, it's a real arm workout trying to get this through the holes, and it's quite like drying on your fingers. Like holding this all the time is quite drying, so my fingers are a bit sore as well, but I'm just carrying on working through. I want to try and get to at least round 10 before I go to bed tonight. It's now like 9:10 or something like that, so it's already quite late into the evening, and I obviously don't want to stay up too late. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how it's looking so far. It's looking so cute. I think it's kind of like going out a little bit, but I don't think it's too bad. The top parts are okay, but once I've got the hood on as well, I'm thinking that's going to not pull it in, but just hold it here, so it's going to look a little bit better. But I don't know yet. I'm just going to carry on for a moment working with a waistcoat stitch all the way around for a few more rounds. So I'm just coming to the end of my second ball of yarn. I think in the video the lady is actually started her third by this point, but my stitch count is less than hers, so I'm not too worried. But basically at this point I've just marked out where the handles are going to be for the Moses basket, so I've got to continue working around and then chain for the handles here, and same on the other side. Once we've done that, I think we are getting into making the hood of the bassinet, so I'm very excited. This project is definitely, it's not taking as long as I expected. I started it yesterday afternoon and I worked on it on and off through the day just to give my hands a break, but it's kind of worked up very quickly. Obviously with it being such thick yarn, I can see how it's worked up very quickly, but it's very stiff. Like, it's very, this material itself is very, it's not easy to work with, I would say that. You definitely have to take lots of breaks for your hands, and also, you know, how I'm sitting isn't great. I'm kind of hunched over to do this while it's on the floor, but still, never mind. But yeah, so far I am loving how this is turning out. This is the mattress I've got to go inside, so that's going to be the mattress for the Moses basket. I haven't washed the sheets yet for this, so I can't put the sheets on it just yet. Oh, I'm so excited. But I'm so excited to get this done and start working on the handles. So this is the first handle completed. I've still got my second handle to go, but basically all I've been doing is following this around with the waistcoat stitch and then doing a single crochet, as many as I can fit basically, along there. And yeah, it's looking good. Looking much more sturdy now. So I'm just going to carry on around. So I ended up having to undo the round I did where I made the handles more sturdy because I was following the video wrong. I was following it, the one without the hood, but I want to do a hood on mine, so I undid that row and I've started to put my hood on now. Kind of like feels like it's poking out a little bit at the back, but I don't know. The hood is actually nearly finished now. I've just got to finish up this row. And then I've got to do the handle row again. I've got to go back around all over again for one final row. But it's looking so far so good. And here I have my finished Moses basket. It is so cute. I cannot believe how cute this is. Obviously I realise you're not supposed to put anything in the basket with the baby, but I just wanted to get a really good picture of the basket. And it's so cute. Now all we need is the baby. This is how the hood is looking. So it's not like a full-on hood. In the video they describe it more as a modern hood. So it's not quite like a hood, but it's just kind of more like decoration really, which I would agree is definitely more modern than a traditional hood. But yeah, it looks very, very nice. Here is the side. Here's how the handles look completed. I had actually quite a lot of yarn left over. I don't think I would have needed necessarily 4 skeins of this, which is what I bought, but that's what the video recommended and that's what I bought. But that being said, my granddad obviously made the base for me and it was a different size really to what she was using, so that would explain that. And the other thing is I didn't do a tassel, so she's got like little tassels in hers. So that obviously would have used more of the yarn. I didn't really want to add that. I didn't want to give my cat a reason to pull the basket over. Anything like this material is already something that my cat will want to get his claws into, to be honest. But I didn't want to give him another reason to sort of play with the basket by adding tassels on there. But yeah, I think it looks so good. I'm so happy with how it's turned out. It's definitely not the cheapest project that you'll do. So this project in total, I think, is around, for just the yarn, it was about £80 because each skein of yarn was £20, something like that. I'll include a link to the yarn in the description, so if anybody wanted to look at the yarn they can. There's probably cheaper alternatives out there to this yarn, which I didn't really look into. I just got the yarn that they recommended in the video. And then for the base of the Moses basket, I didn't pay for that. My granddad actually just made it for me. I couldn't tell you the cost of that, unfortunately, but I've seen bases on like Etsy and things like that, where you can purchase ones that were already made, but I couldn't tell you the price for those, unfortunately. If you're looking for a Moses basket on a budget, this definitely I wouldn't recommend doing, obviously, because it's quite expensive. But that being said, it was definitely fun to make. I definitely enjoyed making it, but I love knowing that I've made this basket for my baby. Every time I put him in the basket, I'm gonna know that I made it for him. Yeah, all we need now is to get the baby out. By the time I post this video, I'm actually probably gonna have had the baby, but for right now, he's still there. He's still right here inside. At the time that I'm filming this, I'm 8 days overdue. So it is about time that he makes an appearance. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will leave a link in the description to the tutorial that I used for this Moses basket if anybody wanted to make it. And I hope that you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.